Right. So let's get to
Yeah.
King of the Table, two matches. Very exciting. So first match, Brendan Allen versus Larry Wheels. What are your thoughts about this match?
I mean, I don't know Brandon Allen. I don't know who he is. I didn't really search for it. Um, I was gonna do some search. Larry invited me to Dubai to train him for 3 months, and then he at the same time was also talking with Levan as well. And then Adam, his manager, told me that like they 100% trust about my training skills, but I think that they thought that it would be better for uh, their YouTube thing for Levan to be there. And of course, he's just huge guy, takes attention, number one in the world. It's very understandable, and it looks like
Yes.
Levan did very good job with Larry. He looks now much better than before. In the past, most of the times he looked like a bodybuilder trying to arm wrestle,
Yes.
but now he looks like an arm wrestler. So Levan did very good job, and so um, the reason I mentioned this because if I was gonna go there, I was ready to study Brandon Allen, and then so I didn't really need to. The truth is not to disrespect, but I don't so much like pay attention. Every match. I like the progress of um, Larry.
Yeah.
It's good. Also, he's doing also a great job for promoting the sport, and I'm really close to following him. But I never analyze or search about his opponents. So I don't know much about it. I don't know about his opponent, but for sure Larry looks technically much better and effective um, compared to before after Levan went there.
Yeah, there is very little data on Brendan Allen. He's been competing in local tournaments in USA, but he said this is his first official super match. So very difficult to compare between tournaments and super match. But he says that his biggest weapon against Larry is going to be his stamina. He's believing that Larry might win first couple of rounds, but then he will eventually fade. So obviously Larry Wheels is someone whose progress the world is able to track. He's very well documenting it. Plus, he's been arm wrestling with different types of arm wrestlers from all over the world. So it is kind of very easy to see where Larry Wheels' level is at right now. And you were talking about Levan, how he trained Larry Wheels. One interesting thing that I saw there, Larry was always kind of defending, but against Chan Shaw, he did not give him anything. He was
Yeah, yeah,
very,
yeah, yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
aggressive in the
yeah,
setup. Very
yeah.
aggressive.
He knew what to do. He knew what to do, and he forced his own game. There. Yeah, yeah. As you said, that you are correct. Yeah, that's what he did. If Brandon is a freak, like complete like freak guy, then he has chance. Other than that, I don't know if we can beat Larry because I think that Larry's muscle memory, everything for arm wrestling and experience, I think ahead of Brandon is what I think.
Yeah, the same thing that we saw the same thing with Khalid also. When Khalid was against Schoolboy, he was very stubborn, very rigid with his grip, whatever grip he wanted, and Schoolboy had to adjust. And for a beginner, it is very difficult. Like I think Larry Wheels has always been the strongest guy in the gym or wherever he's been in bodybuilding. So that maybe sometimes carries over to arm wrestling. You do not, your mind doesn't instantly recognize that you are no longer the strongest man here, and sometimes they get in the defending tendency. So Larry Wheels was always defending. It happens with beginners like me also. So whenever we are arm wrestling with our friends, our colleagues, our schoolmates, college mates, we are usually stronger than them. So we have the tendency to defend. And first time when we get to arm wrestle against real arm wrestlers, we still have that tendency. At that time, maybe we need to attack in a match, but we still kind of keep defending. And that is, I was really excited to see Larry Wheels like attack, really aggressive in the setup, not giving anything to chance. Hopefully this
Mhm,
continues in
mhm.
the matches also,
Yeah,
and maybe
but still, that is not the only thing about Larry. He can start like that, but he had the coordination. I saw that he had the coordination he can set up back that he can make his minds, you know, set for like that kind of attack. But if his coordination, if the muscle groups are not like coordinated enough, then he would be as good as his weakest link in the chain. But he also looked very coordinated there. Yeah, so that I don't think it is only about mental thing, but I think he also did very well training there. So
So
in my opinion, Larry has the edge, even though I don't know his opponent because his opponent is unknown to me, and I don't really so much spend time for the things that doesn't really attract me. I have seen just probably tens of thousands of matches during my 30 years career, so I am really picky about
yeah.
where to pay so much attention. You understand? Like, I mean, we all have a taste, right? Like, there are some things that takes my attention. Some things don't. So, of course, from the fans' view, they look for the popularity. But when you know about arm wrestling deeply, then you care about very high quality. I don't even enjoy many of the super heavyweight matches that people are getting crazy about it. Like, for me, like watching 75, 80 kilo, 85 kilo matches, I would just sit there and watch for 3 days, while some of the guys that are like very famous, like, doesn't really excite me. Of course they are good, but not as good as, what I would like to see.
From what I saw Brendan talk about, like he was really passionate about arm wrestling and he really wants to try his luck in arm wrestling, his future in arm wrestling, just like Larry Wheels. So Brendan
Mhm.
believes that he has the stamina or the king's move or the desperation move, as you would call it. He believes that he has these two weapons over Larry. So Larry Wheels has obviously the
Okay. If he can do those kind of things, if he can do those kind of things, yeah, then maybe he can put the game into a like a dirty road and then win by experience. But in a normal orthodox arm wrestling way, I see Larry favorites.
yeah, he believes
Yeah,
that that one move is his primary weapon, king's move or desperation move. He believe this is the best weapon that he's relying on to win this match.
yeah, yeah.
So
I don't know, but if he does something like that, yeah, going under the table and waiting there, until his opponent is exhausted and his arm handles not to get broken. If he took some ibuprofens, 5 of them, not to feel the pain, yeah, maybe possibly, yeah. And
so
even that shows that even that shows that um, it's not King's move, you know what I mean.
right. So it is kind
Yeah.
of difficult without much data on one opponent, but still I would ask for your prediction. Who is going to win this match and the score?
As I said, whatever I say will be just like. I mean, the truth
Yes.
is, even when you look at the Gennady versus Hermes match, you know, um, it is like you can find 1,000 people, and then you will see 500 of them will estimate this, predict this match correctly. You understand? That doesn't always require so much knowledge. If someone like me to guess this, like if you put me 1 week together with Hermes to train, and then 1 week with Gennady to train, and then if I like closely, I mean, for me to understand and use my experience and knowledge, I need to have some data about the recent. You understand?
Right.
But like looking, okay, this is Hermes and this is Gennady. I can only tell you about the possibilities. Possibilities I can tell you, but what is going to happen is so much up to their very current shape. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no
So it
predictions.
looks like Larry is gonna win unless the other guy just goes and then just waits here, like, and then yeah, that
Yeah,
is my prediction.
it would be a guess for me too. I would say Larry Wheels wins 5-1. So that's my guess too.